Embarrassing true story about divorce, undone laundry, and togas. So for the sake of this story, it's relevant that I 22 am a child of divorce. I don't think it's traumatized me in any way. It happened when I was 3, but maybe that'll pop up later in life. All you need to know is I've always divided my time between my two parent houses, and I even have separate wardrobes I keep at each of them. When I left for college this August, I was coming from my mom's house, so I packed up most of the clothes I had there, but left a few things that I know I don't wear that often. I know this is gross, but after finals I was so ready to go home that I left a mountain of dirty laundry at school, knowing that I was going to my dad's where I had different clothes and could just deal with it when I got back. Anyway, towards break, my mom's side of the family had a small family emergency. Everything turned out okay, so I headed from my dad's over there. I didn't pack clothes because I knew I had a few clothes at my mom's, and I was going back to school in a few days anyway. When I went back to school, I packed a few clothes I hadn't worn in a while and figured it was fine because I could do laundry as soon as I get back. I get back on a Saturday, and I find out from my friends that there's a toga party downtown. Perfect, because all of my clothes need to be washed, and now I have an excuse not to wear them. Maybe 22 is too old for a toga party, I don't know, but after college is definitely too old for one. So I figured now or never. My friends and I are pretty stereotypical gym guys, so we decided to go with just toga, no shirt underneath. We debated if we needed to wear shorts underneath and ruled against it. That's relevant later, just you wait. So I'm not here for anyone to lecture me on the dangers of alcohol. I drank a lot of beer that night, which was fine because I know I can hold my beer, but we started talking to some girls and they convinced us to do shots. I never really drink liquor, but I took about 6 or 7 shots with them. Didn't black out, but there are some parts of the night that didn't get committed to long-term memory. Anyway, I thought I had a shot with one girl, but then I ended up getting a little too sloppy. I wasn't being a creep, I just abandoned ship after it occurred to me I might not rise to the occasion that night. After exchanging numbers my buddy and I decide to go back to the dorms. It's only midnight at this point. This Uber driver already looks annoyed at us when we get in since I'm acting like a drunk asshole, and we're both in togas. He takes one sharp turn, and I end up puking all over the floor of the car, and all over the cheap set of sheets I got from Walmart earlier that afternoon. This next part one almost don't expect anyone to believe, and if I have any of the logistics wrong, it's because I was drunk out of my mind. He immediately starts yelling at us and pulls over and kicks us out of the Uber. I'm fumbling to get out like an idiot, my bedsheet more wrapped around my bottom half like a towel than a toga at this point, so it's trailing behind me. My friends already out of the car watching me stumble out, the driver getting angrily. I end up shutting the door on my sheet, and it completely falls off me. Don't know if he did it on purpose or if he didn't realize, but the Uber driver drives away, the vomit-stained sheets trailing behind him. Now, I'm usually a boxers guy, which means usually the situation wouldn't be the end of the world, but remember that I only have some clothes from my mom's house that I don't really wear. I know when people usually bring up laundry day there and some tidy witties, but trust me, I wish I was wearing the single pair I own, but no, there I am in the middle of the sidewalk wearing nothing but socks, shoes, and some Cookie Monster underwear my freshman year girlfriend got me one Valentine's Day. I'm hesitant to even call them boxer briefs because the legs were so short, but let's just say I didn't have a single ounce of dignity in that moment. At this point, my friend is dying laughing, and we're still a 15-minute drive from campus after getting denied from 3 Ubers for only being in my underwear. My friend, wearing only a toga himself, could not help me out. We had to walk past my RA, plus multiple other people in my dorm wearing nothing but Cookie Monster boxer briefs.